So I'm having a chat with Crawford Mack. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Jim. How are you?
Good, yeah, not too bad. So we've been playing a new single of yours called "Think About It." Tell us a bit about the single.
Well, I initially wrote it about the events before the Capitol riots in the United States, and I kind of imagined Donald Trump's mirror image, like his reflection, goading him into like stoking up this mob. And then the more that I thought about that narrative, I thought that often it's actually media and media moguls themselves that can help people get whipped up into this kind of frenzy. And I thought about this kind of character representing those media moguls who kind of says to celebrities and politicians, as long as it doesn't actually matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're on our team and that we support you, it's going to be fine no matter what happens. So just you do what we tell you, and everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, nice. Is this now the start of more new music to come?
It is, yes. I've taken about a year just writing and recording with different people, and to follow up from my first album, Bread and Circuses. And now we're going to see like a steady stream of releases to give as much promotion opportunity as possible.
Lovely. How's it sounding?
I'm pretty excited, I must say. Some of it can get quite eclectic. There's one coming out soon. It's called I Haven't Finished Yet / Panic Attack, which is an absolute madness. I'm very excited to see what people make of it.
And the sound that you've made with these tracks that you've got coming, is it the sound that you wanted, or is it just simply how they've turned out in the studio?
I think it's always a bit of both. I think you can surprise yourself a bit. I mean, yeah, it is very close to what I first envisaged. But then, sometimes you just turn on a piece of hardboard gear or just something in the room completely changes how a track goes. I mean, in the case of Think About It, it originally had a very, very different type of accompaniment. And to be honest, I was almost going to say, oh, this isn't working. I really like the concept of the song, I like the melody, but I just don't think it's working. And then one day, I was just sitting with the producer Jamie Evans and started almost as a joke, like playing it with this kind of like Bill Withers kind of stabs, and suddenly I was like, oh, it works. Like that groove leaves space for the lyrics. So it wasn't what I envisaged at all, and at first, but yeah, somehow well, I'm really happy with the result. You guys can decide if it works.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, when it comes to the writing, how do tracks normally start off for you?
I normally start with a chord sequence, and that kind of evokes a certain kind of emotion. But sometimes I do try to switch it up and free form write, wake up in the morning and first thing just write about any object in the room, just to kind of get my brain working. Um, I also really like reading novels that have been translated from other languages because the translator's job kind of takes idioms from their culture and their language
Hmm.
and tries to make it something familiar for us, which kind of can lead to all these like sayings that kind of sound weird, but you know what they mean in English. And I would quite like using those as the jump off point.
Nice, nice. And when you create the music first, is it quite easy to fit your lyrics into the music you've created?
Well, I think, well, sometimes. I mean, easy is maybe the wrong way to put it, but I think what happens is you get a rhyming structure that can kind of form, and therefore you know that like either there's going to be internal rhymes between like line 2 and 3, or it's going to be like 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. And I find that there comes a point where your brain almost goes like a bit of a Sudoku puzzle, and it's just like, oh, well, that's the thing that makes sense. And it wouldn't have been the same conclusion someone else had got there, but that's the thing, that's the joy of it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you're busy tomorrow because you've got your first show of the year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm playing the Glad Cafe in Glasgow with my band, so we just came up from London. Just drove up yesterday, so I really can't wait. I mean, for me and the keys player Luke Maher, it's a chance for us to play back home, which is always particularly special.
Yeah, absolutely. And is there more touring coming? Because that's the only date you've got booked in at the moment.
It is. We were going to do something in London at the end of January, but just for one reason or another, we had to kind of move that gig. But we're looking to have some London shows, an Edinburgh show, and a Leeds show soon,
Nice, nice. And then
which
we're
we'll
into
do in.
yeah, and then we're in festival season, of course, when we hit the summer. Are you hoping to be doing some festival shows?
I am indeed. I'm talking to some bookers at the moment, so we'll just see how it works out.
Yeah, fantastic.
Sorry
Crawford
to
Mack.
not give any expressions there, but
No, you can only
that's
do
just
what
about.
you can only say what you can tell me. So I wouldn't be doing my job otherwise if I didn't ask.
No, no, absolutely. Thank you so much, Jim.